there on ICR, so I can get on the floor super crash?
There is. Ready for the last one? 3376. 3376. 1433.
$92.71. Metro.
398.
1079.
Have your code for 1434.
60 on code 4, thank you.
Yeah, the code for 14.
So thanks for joining us today. Mighty Mike, Under Sheriff Mighty Mike Martin is teaching at a gang conference today and could not be with us, but we're like the fill-ins, right, Pat? We're like the sixth man on a basketball team.
That's us. That's us.
Pat and I are filling in today for Mighty Mike Martin. Beautiful day in Minnesota, 74 degrees.
Metro 659.
Partly cloudy, partly sunny.
Go ahead, Metro.
I'm never really sure which one is better.
Are you out with an Audi?
The partly
with,
cloudy
New York plates?
partly sunny. But
Negative. I'm at the motorcycle crash.
we are down here on Rice Street. People are starting to take their shirts off for the warm weather. And we had a carjacking about an hour ago that St. Paul squad found the car. The car fled, crashed, and officers are out looking for the suspect. We're going to have another car crash here if Susie doesn't get out of the street. Go ahead and tell her, Pat.
Susie, come on, be smarter than that. They make angels that way. You don't want to get run over.
And you will get arrested eventually if you stay in the street, Suze. Sad state of affairs. Anyhow, we had a carjacking a little bit ago. We're like most departments, most law enforcement, well, most, really, it's not even, I saw the news, they were talking about the law enforcement community is grieving. I hope they correct that and say the community is grieving regarding the loss, right?
The entire community.
Hang on a second. We are live on patrol, just in case, but you're not on speaker.
Okay, I didn't know you were
Hang on. I correct myself. Okay, there you go. We're on speaker. Not this time. Hello? Okay, bye. anyhow, it just goes to dramatize how dangerous this job can be on a simple call, like a man in the ditch in his car. Right, Pat? I mean, it's
Thinking you're going there to help somebody murdered by the person you're trying to help.
The last one's a supplement. I'm going to go
So,
ahead and Ringlewood.
I don't know if you haven't yet.
Which
Oh, this might be interesting. Hang on. Mike Martin, you're live on patrol. You want to apologize for being out of town teaching officers about gangs?
Oh man, we were just watching. I was just telling people about Live on Patrol, and they were watching. One of my friends posted the comment about this guy's so much better than Bob Fletcher. So
Yeah, there's no doubt.
she said a lot of people jumped. I mean, this guy's so much better than Mike.
Oh, no.
So I heard people jumped in, but yeah, we're here. We had 350 gang investigators from 10 states and from Canada that are all here swapping ideas on doing gang investigations and reducing violence.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for your leadership on that issue. And,
No problem. I appreciate you guys covering for me today.
Well, it's good you called in, because there were a lot of people texting me thinking that you were just somewhere on vacation. And I said, no, he's actually working, but, so anyhow, there you go.
I am. It looks like the weather's better there than it is here.
What town are you in?
South Bend, Indiana.
South Bend, Indiana, home of Notre Dame, right?
Notre Dame. Yeah.
I've been there. It's a nice place. Hey, they got a go-kart track there. You should check it out. It's like professional go-karts in South Bend.
Really?
Yeah, ask around. It's like real go-karts that are really fast. You got to wear helmets and.
I'm gonna see where that is.
Yeah, there seems to be less regulation there than there is in Minnesota.
I think you could be the new champion of the track the way you drive.
You should test it out. I don't know. Somebody will know where it is. It's not too far from Notre Dame. It's
okay. It's a good thing Darren's not here.
Yeah, there you go. It's an adult giant race car track, so you'll have fun. Okay.
All right, that sounds like fun. Wow. Thanks a lot, and hey, tell Susie to stay out of the street.
Yeah,
I heard that.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Thanks. See you when you get back. Thanks.
See you, boss.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, that was nice of him to call in.
Yeah.
So anyhow, if you go, I know I've encouraged and urged many of you to become followers on the department page. I reshared it, but our department page has information. Other information that besides what we had, and we posted a photograph of the deputy that was killed, and when you look at her face and her picture, all the promise that she had, you can't not just be saddened, and share that information, like it, comment. The last when Josh passed away, I mean, you followers were great about sharing his legacy, but she's another one that deserves it. It just shows you how a traffic stop can go bad. I mean, Ronnie Ryan, same thing. There's countless numbers of traffic stops and domestics that have resulted in the death of officers.
I mean, we're talking between Minnesota and Wisconsin, 4 law enforcement officers murdered in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's
within 100 miles from here. Either way.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I guess my other point about the news was, it's, you know, newsmakers, if you're making it, it shouldn't be news. It shouldn't be law enforcement is grieving. If you watch those citizens in Hudson, in Glenwood City, all through St. Croix County, the community was grieving. Yes, the law enforcement community is grieving, but the community itself is grieving and should be. You know, someone that gave their life just to try to be out there helping people. And I'll tell you what, there's another problem. You can check around the country, you're going to find out that the whole country is thousands of officers down. Thousands of officers from where they should be. And not having enough officers contributes to the lack of backup. Any officer on a traffic stop should get a backup within 10 minutes. Maybe 5, maybe 2 or 3. But when you're alone, that gives the criminal element an opportunity to take you out without getting caught themselves.
Absolutely. Always, the criminal element is always looking for a way out. Certainly not always as drastic as this, but always looking for a way out of the circumstance, out of the situation.
Right.
They size up the officer. They looking for a way to escape, looking a way to disarm the officer.
We used to always, when Pat and I started back in the late 70s, early 80s, we predominantly had 2-person cars. And for a variety of reasons, the call increase, the shortage of officers over time, and, you know, we moved toward 1-person cars, but far safer to have 2-person cars like in the old days.
Absolutely.
I've been on a lot of calls that my partner wasn't there. My partner, Mike Beeson, Pat Finnegan, Bob Luna, they weren't there to back me up. Things could have gone downhill fast.
Definitely.
So,
suspect is far less likely to attempt anything when there's 2 officers. You always want more officers than you do suspects.
there you go. That's pretty much the simple thing.
Squad 131.
You make that work.
Copy.
Can you mute that for a second? So anyhow, your thoughts, prayers, comments on either Live on Patrol page or the Ramsey County Sheriff's page, and if you're not following the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office official page, you should. It's going to have different information than we have at times.
There's a SUV with blankets over the windows. Unknown if it's occupied now, but there was a party in it yesterday.
Anyhow, when you look in her eyes, you just think, oh my God,
So young.
oh, so young.
So much life yet to live.
Got me clear. 2450, I'll be making contact.
Katie, was it pronounced Lacing?
I'm not sure if it's leasing or
It's
licing.
spelled Leising. But I've heard the news pronounce it both ways, Lacing and leasing and lacing. So maybe somebody can put on our stream what the proper spelling is, but proper pronunciation. 29 years old, a mother, a member of the community. "29 years old.
The fabric of a small community is torn apart with the loss of an officer
180.
because they are so integral.
Sherburne, I'll let you know.
They're so much a part of the community.
Sounds unoccupied. So that was, when did that happen? Like Saturday night, Pat? Or was it Friday night? It all rushes together.
Which deal?
Where she was killed? St. Croix
That
County.
was Saturday night.
Saturday night. I don't know. It might have been Days run together for us.
Isn't that the truth?
The reason I mention is we had another tragic death, and we will post more about this situation tomorrow on our Facebook page. But investigators are actively working to figure out who killed a young father in one St. Anthony Park neighborhood in St. Paul. We're going to drive you there by the house. And, Pat and I have been around a long time. We've seen a lot of different murder.
Spread is now in west at Pascal over. That Audi.
There's about to come 1436 Ashland.
Hang on a second.
Audi
I'm gonna-
still comes
yeah,
computer from her. There's going to be a taller white male with a mask on.
This always sounds muffled.
Yep.
Every law enforcement agency from Glenwood City, Wisconsin, to the Ramsey County Medical Examiner's office, and including a contingent of Minneapolis police officers, escorted the deputy the entire way.
Etc. I'll check this out.
Very emotional to see the videos, pictures of the procession.
Everything's fine. 9271. 1453.
I'm hearing something in the background. Maybe it was, I was thinking it was
22650 is the number that called. The phone number 651-410-9350.
So just for time and accuracy, what time was it on Saturday evening? Or
6:15 Saturday evening.
Saturday evening.
Yep.
And the father that was killed, that was like Saturday morning, right?
Saturday morning at right about 7:30.
Yeah. And then of course we had that horrific incident in Texas. What on God's green earth are people thinking?
It sounds like it was an off-duty police officer.
Took him out.
Took the guy out.
Yep.
Good job. In a tragic, tragic circumstance.
I don't know, it's hard to keep going to funerals and wakes.
Yes, it is.
Gotta be, but back to my point that the less officers you have, the less backup you have. And part of the reason that we don't have as many people coming into
Looks like
this
the
field.
suspect's vehicle is down here. Just watching it from like a block away. No hurry, but if the dog squad just wants to head down here, and I'll wait for him, and we can check the apartment.
And
An available squad that can start to 1704 Norfolk.
is that where the car registers to? No, that's a stolen. That's Tommy Reese. He's on a different call, you know.
131, I'm just getting the car dropped off in the ECC garage. Once we get done with that, I can start that link.
Copy, thank you.
You got something else going on, Reese?
180.
Well, while Pat's looking for that, I guess my point is that some of the
180.
elected officials that vilify
Caller
law
only
enforcement
needed a
officer
four-door Audi, no plate info.
make it harder.
I am. Some it's looking clear, so I can
Is that
go assist
your radio down there
174.
or something?
Copy. 131.
That one's off, right?
Yeah.
Copy, thanks, 180.
There's something coming from down there.
Maybe there is another radio in here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. I wouldn't worry about it. Oh, here, it's probably this one here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, we found them all then. We got them all.
Except my backup one.
Well, it's daytime. So, you know, I guess we can't turn down there. You think that's what all those cones mean?
9271.
That could be.
It looked like they were leaving a left turn lane open.
1664.
Oh. Anyhow, the harder it is to recruit officers, the less we have on the street, and frankly, it impacts our overall strength and whether we have backups available. So it impacts the safety of the street. That's the bottom line. Not only that, you know, when you verbally critique and complain about officers, it shrinks the pool of people that apply, and a lot of good people don't apply. So we get a less qualified group.
I urge people to make knowledgeable, informed, rational critiques.
So right now we're on Larpenteur Avenue, just left the city of Falcon Heights and moved through the city of Lauderdale. And we're going to go south on Eustis, back into the city of St. Paul. Okay, might be in a hurry.
Your arm here.
Oh, did you know we came in back into the city?
With my eyes closed, I could tell
Yeah.
with the way.
So, again, if you just joined us, it's Bob and Pat. We're filling in for Mike Martin, Mighty Mike Martin, who's teaching at a gang summit, gang seminar.
Yeah, I'm trying to fill his shoes, but these shoes feel pretty
Well, the
big
thing
with
about
my
it,
feet in them.
you and him have the best radio voices around, so you don't have to fill his shoes. You just got to fill his throat. You know, you just got to just give the voice, That's all it is. It's the voice. I don't think I told you this, but I think I mentioned Friday that my granddaughter was here to play hockey. Did I mention
Yes.
that Friday? So her younger brother, Archie, he, well, to keep him occupied during the hockey games, he'd play, he's only like 3 or 4, play video games.
Okay.
All those driving games, you know. And to be honest with you, you know, you get a free game if you win first place. You know, there's 10 of you in the race, and if you free game, and you know, 50% of the time I go playing those games, I can usually win a free game.
Nice.
But you know, I was playing with him, and well, let me just pick that thought up later. I'm just gonna go. We gotta go down here. So we're here in St. Anthony Park, and
2272 arriving.
we're going to drive by. First, I'm just going to show you the neighborhood. This is a beautiful neighborhood. And you really can't beat it in terms of crime-free neighborhood, right? I mean, virtually we never get calls up here.
Rarely.
Rarely. So, a murder here is very unusual, but also this particular type of murder. So we're not working the case, although we have some information, but I think it's fair to say it's been posted publicly by family and others that the victim was coming out to confront. Here's the street, Chilcomb. This is where I started my career, actually, in this neighborhood.
I'll be clear and leading
And then,
downtown.
we don't want
If
to
there's a
see
pending, you
We
can
don't
provide
see what?
anyone.
And I started my career right here in St. Anthony and Park, and
I can go take care of that.
it's always been a great neighborhood. That's all I can say. You got Langford Park down here for the 4th of July celebration. They have a one of the only places still that has a 4th of July parade. And So, I don't know.
Now, I'm not going to mince words. Saturday morning, evil visited this neighborhood.
1575 7th Street West, you know.
Yeah. It's,
Silver Alley.
this is,
A lot of jam through cars down there. It's going to be 5 parties total.
so, father of 2, hockey coach, goes out when people are going through his wife's car, gets shot 3 times in the chest.
It was occupied by 5, 2015
His 2 kids, Bantam coach, his 2 kids, fatherless children for trying to stop someone from breaking into his car. All his players, the community. Tomorrow we're gonna post a tribute to him on our Facebook page, and hopefully by then we have some more information regarding the suspects.
Call request reference fraud.
But when you see the pictures of him, you'll see it on the news tonight here. If you're from outstate, maybe not until we post, but you'll see.
Did a neighbor call this in, or was it the person in the other unit?
What a friendly face. Friendly face. It's just
You just can't make sense out of
335 Channel 2.
a circumstance like that.
I'll try to figure out if that's a neighbor or not. Go ahead.
so. I mean, obviously, the saying is overused. Hearts and minds and prayers and thoughts. I just got to be honest with you. All that is true, but Pat and I are pissed off. I mean, we evil. And here's what I want to say. If it turns out that whoever did this, and we will catch them, it would be a shocker if whoever did this didn't have a criminal record, right?
Oh, absolutely.
If it turns out that the suspect, or the assailant in this case, had a criminal record, it'll be time again to critique the justice system.
Are medics with you, or are they still staying?
You saw the case where the DOC let that party out of custody even after he assaulted the correctional officer. And that whole line about they had no choice, not true, folks. Just got to file a hearing to revoke some of the good time. This is Langford Park down here, one of the nicest 4th of July celebrations that there is. Been here many times. And this is the other thing. I mean, I'm sure this will spark debate, okay? But when, Pat, let me ask you the question. When you're short officers, which neighborhoods get shorted?
The neighborhoods with the least crime?
Bingo. When you're short officers, the neighborhoods with the least amount of crime get shorted because they have to have cars in the busy areas. I'm sure, 100% sure.
November 894.
But that's true for every neighborhood in the city that has very low crime. So the officer shortage affects the safety of the officers, and it affects the safety of the citizens.
Yes, indeed.
So that last call, Lex or whatever it was 15 minutes old.
So this whole community here, not just here, but the Roseville hockey community where he coached hockey, but the whole St. Anthony. They mourn the loss of Mike Brazel. Mike Brazel and to his wife Hillary and kids Oliver and Miles. Rest assured we won't rest till justice is done, but that won't fill the hole in
No, it doesn't.
our
Prayers are with the entire family.
and our love for you guys.
Current found it. So we run to the parking lot.
But look for us, a better tribute to Mike tomorrow. So, one more trip through the heart of St. Anthony Park. This is different than St. Anthony Village or the city of St. Anthony. It's just, this is a neighborhood in St. Paul, referred to as St. Anthony Park. There's a good tribute in the St. Anthony Park. Well, I don't know, I shouldn't say that. I don't know. I think the Bugle is the newspaper here.
Share that, huh? Broadcast several times.
Good. Which one?
That's the one doing all the car prowling, Highland Park.
Oh, go ahead. Have at it.
Yeah, there's a stolen 2015 silver Audi A3, which is a mid-sized sedan of Audi's. Plate number MZN894, like Mike Zebra Nancy 894, that has been doing theft from autos and prowling cars all throughout Highland, McAllister Groveland, and the west end of 7th Street. They're out there and active right now. Keep an eye out for it, please. If you see it, call 911.
Silver Audi A3, which is the A3.
That is, it's a sedan. Looks like that.
Sedan. Mike Zulu November 894.
Case number, please.
Case number is 077100.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, there's your daytime tour of St. Anthony Park, city of St. Paul. Como and Carter is kind of the
southwest and then coming over to Central. Central is the last known location, 800 James.
Yeah, call 911. We're getting calls on that Audi. Make sure you call in if you see it, folks.
Before the vehicle came into Central, I do have a vehicle matching that description committing crimes. And information to SWAT. Location 800 James West.
Where's that at?
800 James
Central,
West.
Lexington and Albion.
100?
For stolen vehicle, it's going to
800.
be Mike Zulu, November 894, coming back to the Audi 4-door A3, stolen in the area.
Going on.
Occupied by 2 males wearing masks. And they, for 335, there was weapons involved with firearms that were pulled on civilians.
Where'd that come from? That's another one call on the east side, probably, huh?
235.
176, did you copy that?
I copy. Thank you.
Oh, that came from, you're right, it came from Matt Jones. And if it comes from Matt Jones, I take that to the bank.
Yep. Well, there you have it. We're talking about an officer getting killed, and Matty Jones chiming in on a call. Of course, his father was killed in 1994.
Don't worry, this is just going to be for neighbors or them that are living in the area that are seen as people. No live tracks.
The Lexington and Albion, they may have been attempting a carjacking. There were 2 males in masks in the middle of the
I
road.
thought they were able to track the Audi.
Ran up to a passing vehicle.
And for Westwell, there's another call regarding that same Audi in Central 800 James.
What channel you on?
Last name
Three.
west on James, and that's going to be just now, or a 2-minute
They're
time delay.
getting it out citywide.
No, she just said west.
Cruise West 3794 Armstrong Avenue for that motor vehicle call. Someone just did call supply GMC Sierra with an orange ladder at the back going eastbound. It is all supposedly related to...
Well, definitely the west
there
sector.
you go.
The west sector. Down on west. South
You're
of...
right, that sounds like the truck they dumped on James. I'm headed there now.
Copy. Spot 251 and 250.
What, the truck that got stolen?
Copy. See, did they confirm if it's the same vehicle or not so I can send the calls?
Which truck was stolen?
It's gonna be the same call. Hotel Sierra.
Okay, they
Hotel
dumped it right away.
something.
This one here? Or
For 251, I'm going to show you
The
clear.
GMC that was just stolen,
yeah,
they dumped it right away on James.
it was stolen from Armstrong.
Correct.
Hotel X-ray Hotel 110.
I'm
That black
totally
truck is no
dependent on
longer
you
in
for
front of
information.
800 James.
Because there's a lot of radio traffic.
Right now, we are looking.
Copy,
For,
vehicle
that's
no
the
longer in
only
front
one
of
we know we're
800
looking
James.
for.
But kind of give me the areas where it's been seen. All of
Okay.
them.
150 en route to
794 Armstrong, 800 James, Lexington and Albion. I think it's be easier to go through the thread here.
Good idea.
2400 block of Grand Avenue.
That was the same car?
Correct.
Okay. Good to know.
Oh, Grand Avenue South in Minneapolis
Okay.
was occupied 4 times, all with guns.
That was from Jessica.
That's from Jessica.
Huh.
Then there was one in like Mac Groveland, but I don't have the.
And then we think there's one on the there was one on the east side, according to Jonesy.
No, he was just relaying the information about the guns.
Okay.
We don't know of one on the east
Do
side.
you know where the gun information came from?
Jessica,
Jessica. Okay.
from when it was active over South Minneapolis.
Got it.
Pickup truck and also the Audi now.
All right.
Last call, your transmission is not going through. Go again.
We'll deal with that truck, 867 James.
Copy out with the truck, 667 James.
So it sounds like
Either was occupied or not.
sounds
Which
like
way
the
the
Audi
to?
occupants stole the truck, dumped it, stole it on Armstrong,
It's
and dumped it
unoccupied.
2 blocks away.
Then he got back into the Audi, left westbound from that James address.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, people! When you're driving, you're supposed to pull out,
Unoccupied
get your,
truck, last
get your
unit
body
westbound.
out into the intersection. Actually, technically, I'm gonna let you guys go.
One of the bridges before long, I would think.
Yeah, that's I was gonna go down to Ford, but I don't know if I'll make it there before they would.
Disorderly.
Hopefully they'll stop for some more mischief along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 1518.
We're going to try to head into that district as quick as we can, see if they're mounting an escape. But I'm sure they're hot over in Minneapolis as well, right? So
Yep.
it's not like they'll be unspotted in Minneapolis. They need to find some different wheels. And that is their goal, and they'll try to steal a car if they can. But if they can't steal one, they'll end up robbing somebody.
Which sounds like they may have been trying to do
1283 Juliet.
at Lexington and
Black
Albany.
males that tried to take the vehicle at gunpoint. They're going to be in that silver Audi.
Oh, maybe Juliet.
TPP, the vehicle is on 1283 Juliet Avenue for an assault. That silver Audi, 3 black males
you
that
check
tried to
with
take the
Chandler
vehicle
out?
at gunpoint.
That is really weird that they're transmitting that information.
Yeah, so you said westbound. And then what's the time delay on that?
106, do you copy that?
I'm on one.
106, do you copy that call?
All right, all backseaters, get out in your front yards.
Buses to 633.
If you live in Highland Park,
131.
down there, McAllister, Groveland,
TPP, no time delay.
Grand Avenue, get out and look for this silver Audi.
That silver Audi at 1283 Juliet. They just tried to take a vehicle at gunpoint.
There you go. Remember we were just saying they'll rob them if they can. They need a new
I'll
car.
head that way.
Mike Zulu November 894. This is your chance, backseaters.
It'd be nice if that chopper was up.
Mike Zulu November 894. They know they're hot. They need a car. They're gonna rob somebody.
Clears report.
They got a gun.
All 4 possibly have guns.
Share this with your friends. Tell them to be on the lookout for this car. Share it and tell them Mike Zulu November 894. Mac Groveland, Highland Park, West 7th Street.
On 633, they just left. Again, the plates, Mike Zulu Victor 894. They're going to be going west on Juliet.
If you do see that car,
2025.
don't approach it.
2025.
Call 911.
Just folks who party on Juliet, they went southbound on Hamlin. 3 males all with firearms.
Copy southbound Hamlin.
Serious business. We need to share this and get any. If you got Highland Park friends.
2750 Emmett, Randolph, and Hamlin now. Should we see if the bird's in the air?
We're working on it.
And I know a lot of
Send me ground contact.
people on here on the Hamlin Neighbors page. Put that on the Hamlin Neighbors page, please.
Right now,
We've gotten a lot of tips because of that.
And we do have a party that's trying to track their phone that the suspect took.
Mike Zulu November 894 Silver Audi A3. It's more of a sedan than it is a sedan version. They will be trying to steal something else.
138 advise Minneapolis, see if we go over the bridge.
I'll be able to shoot them on 56 Hoffman Road, code 4.
37 cancel medics.
Ring or
178, clear my note, advise. 138 call, give you my number for ground contact.
got like a
District has a silver Audi
orange and yellow.
that's been involved in multiple theft models attempted
Copy, silver Audi, black rim, no hubcaps, or no hubcaps. One suspect has a blue jacket with orange, yellow jeans. It's
One three one, please send my call.
Ring camera.
Copy. We do have a call that just dropped in pending at 1058 Lombard Avenue. 5 males are just going through vehicles at a construction site. They fled westbound towards
the driver's side. It has black rims or no hubcaps.
1058 Lombard,
Lombard, yeah.
right off of St. Clair.
Well, technically they were going south. You never know which ones came in first, but south from the Juliet address, so.
Here, 13, I'm southbound west from 94.
The central squad on this call was requesting we do possibly have outside one for flight for this vehicle.
Same call is not matches outside corner 1523.
We don't have the friggin' car.
Delta.
Copy, you're now outside one.
We're going to put this on LTAC. Okay.
Yeah.
Time for squads, flight is en route. No, you need fire. Last back, can you go again?
Cause be advised, better turn around.
Central squad that are on this
Avenue.
call for that all.
72 male crisis
outside one.
waiting felt ahead. 248 case number, please.
Squad 248 case number is going to be 077102.
2750 northbound.
Thank you.
Island.
From where?
I didn't catch it.
Are you with the vehicle?
It's a couple blocks in front of me. It's fast heavy vehicle.
Not chasing it. Coming up to Randolph, I believe.
Killing LTAC.
277.
Find out the cross street. Wait, just use this one. Use the one I handed you. Let's just keep the radios.
That's on two.
Nobody's on one. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
Hamlin coming up on Randolph, you said?
Yes.
Clear.
Westbound Randolph. Westbound Randolph.
Westbound Randolph.
Sticks out the window. Sticks out the window.
347, 911.
Alright. Just leave right like that. That's good.
037.
Alright, well, folks.
Northbound Pasco, according to witnesses, northbound Pasco from Randolph.
Okay.
Northbound Pasco from Randolph.
It's way ahead of me. I can see lots of dust.
So, we were hoping it would keep coming west on Randolph, and then we were going to have a shot at it.
Like
They're in route.
How's it look?
Clear.
335, please make sure that the responses are monitoring what's going on west.
176. Northbound Pasco. Passing Lincoln.
Northbound Pasco,
Northbound
passing
Pasco.
Lincoln.
Copy, Bailey.
Through the alley.
Shoot.
Clean northbound through the alley.
Set up a perimeter. 2751 Dog Block. 50 also.
Just move out of the way, folks. Am I going to make that? Huh?
Yep.
Sounds like Lincoln and Pascal. 176, can you confirm Lincoln and Pascal final location?
176. You're crossing Summit.
Crossing Summit.
Northbound.
Crossing Summit northbound.
2750 Pascal and Grand Medics, please. Medics, please.
What did he say?
Copy,
Medics.
Medics, Pasco and Grand.
Can you be able to see this car?
Northbound 1487 Summit.
1487 Summit.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like to pull over. Summit right there.
2750 was passing and ground by accident.
Green.
One injured.
Clear.
Upstairs, up and walking. Vehicle is at the corner of Haskell and Grand in the yards here. So the perimeter. Everybody in North County.
Copy, medics en route.
I got 131. I got 3 here at Pascal and Portland, continuing northbound.
Pascal and Portland.
Yeah.
One's going east in gray pants, black hoodie. Other is continuing eastbound Portland, and he's wearing orange pants. I'm going to cut him off to the... Let's get a squad to Albert and Summit.
He had to come out here, didn't he?
The dog was on him though. The dog might have him already.
633. I'm also going to need 600 here for a dog bite.
What is the address?
Do that later. 1442 Portland. Get a car to the front of 1442 Portland. 600 to cap.
Did he say to the front of 1442?
Yeah. We gotta find all 4 though, man. That's...
Squad directed pull up another 40 feet. He is directed to your right.
I think they've got one right here.
Witnesses report a taller male dressed with some kind of orange had a gun in his waistband. Four seven six.
Is this one in
Did
custody?
you hear this? 1438, 1436. Portland.
Copy, medics to 1436 Portland.
Do we have all 3 in custody yet? 6. We got 2 here. Kevin here was coming through the alley.
Is that
42 Portland. He's in like right one house east of there, where I directed everybody to.
Yep, we are not clear for medics yet. We have them locked down on the block to the east. So let's just hold and have another canine come up if we have to.
Are we standing by for medics?
Into custody, 1436 Portland. 1436 Portland on the northeast corner of the house. Alright, 138. So we have 3 in custody, confirming we had 3 runs, correct? 27 witnesses say there was 5. 5 came out of it, and I can't give you a description on all of them at this point, but someone in orange had a gun in his waistband. Alright, that's going to be the guy by 1442 Portland. We have orange sweatpants on the northeast corner, 1436 Portland, in custody.
105. I only saw 3 parties that 1-3 was in pursuit of. I don't know where the other 2 went. I don't think anybody else has eyes on the other 2 right now.
Are we having medics stand by for 1436 Portland?
That's really, I think, since we have everybody in custody, we can open up the air for normal traffic, people who need medics and so forth. Sounds like everybody's code 4. Send them in.
Copy, and just to confirm, we need medics, 2 medics at 1436 Portland.
178, we're code 4 for 1442 Portland for medics.
$105.
105, go ahead.
Just make sure that we got medics going to where they're supposed to be going. I think, 2 people called out for them now. And then squads keep their perimeter. Maybe we'll get a new canine in here and do an article search.
Copy, I'm working on that. So we need medics at 1442 Portland, and we also need medics at 1436 Portland.
That's what I believe. Maybe officer else on scene could give her a hand here.
There's a squad at 1436 Portland that can confirm that medics are cleared in.
I'm 7-8 with that for me at 1432 Portland.
Negative, I cleared them in there. Is there anyone at 1436 Portland that can confirm if medics are needed and cleared in?
633, we're code 4 here. We're gonna walk them out to the street.
Copy, are medics needed anywhere else?
Can we check to see if they beat him at the crash site, please?
They're already there and cleared in.
Can you have them come to the alley? Medics for 1442 Portland.
Copy.
Bravo 531.
Sorry, last Bravo squad, go again.
Bravo 531. I'm working CLTO rank east. If you need another canine, I can head that way.
I'm sorry, you want them at your location?
Negative. If they need another canine to assist on that article search, I can start that way.
633, do you want another squad? That's another canine.
633, who was that?
Bravo 531.
That one, I got more this way.
633 is Bravo 531. Did you want him to help you?
Do you want let medics come down
Calling
here?
Joe Miller. Home.
633. I think there's a couple more. I'll make a call.
Yeah, medic is needed in the alley.
Can you hear me?
Also, if you could have the medics come to the alley, that's where the one suspect is that needs to be looked at.
And that's at 1442, correct?
One 381, I'm with medics. We might just be faster walking. We'll try and unclog the traffic up front here. C1, you copy there?
131, go again.
C1, whatever his call number is. Did you copy there? 176, negative. Alright, they took off chasing after these guys. I know you had 3 in sight. Was that the only ones you saw, or did you see any others?
Give him the pad. Alright, thanks. I got the phone right here.
1760, head. Tuesday with the canine. Yeah, I know. There's just people walking around everywhere right now, so I want to try to get over there.
All right, folks.
To get some fuckers hiding down in case they don't.
That was actually
so
a little bit
away.
intense there for a little minute.
Well, when I got to see.
So we pulled there. You saw
Pull
the
up here real quick. You guys been outside for long? Have you been outside for long? Okay.
There's this guy over on Summit that was waving us west. You remember that?
Yep.
Pointing west, and then the cops were saying northeast. So I think right about 3 of them, folks.
Any idea what they look like? 178 started chasing. Sounds like he only had 3. And we took those 3 into custody.
Yeah.
Do you still want flight?
I'm thinking north and west, like you said.
Yeah.
That's not my call.
We know the suspect that we were at. Bottom line is the house. I was coming around the corner. Jay Maher from our apprehension division was out in the street and he saw him hiding around the corner, which was, it's good to know there's a potentially armed man there hiding around the corner when you come around the house. Jesus.
Yeah, you good guys did a great job taking him into custody.
Do we still want to light out here?
A couple different angles on a house, you know. And we've arrested this young man several times before, by the way.
No, maybe the county can use their drone. Maybe it's the one that wanted to use the bathroom. The one that wanted to use the bathroom is known shoplifting and nothing. That's closer and throws things around this door. Tight, tank top. I got no better descriptions from the stuff that occurred in Central.
Well, I gotta check this area out up here. Because sometimes they store previous stolens up here.
2750 was flight in the air.
I can check. Originally, they were getting ready to leave. Do you still want them?
No, I didn't want to cancel if they were in the air. If they're not, then we're fine.
I'm sure you covered 36.
Buses, maybe, huh? Gas stations.
180.
Ubers.
Did you append the AWI Grand and Pascal to the assault?
They did.
Alright, I'll be there. Starting to take care of that.
Copy.
Did he say green?
Do you want a separate call for that?
Did you say Grand and Pascal?
One who couldn't use the bathroom.
I'll let you know.
And did he say DWI?
Bring myself 105 around the Grand and
There's a
Pascal.
lot. I don't know if they hit somebody that was intoxicated.
I just know it was an accident.
Yeah. Go ahead, Joe. Hello. But no restrictions?
Search traffic on scene.
Yeah. Alright. Well. Alright. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, when you go there, find out who the other two are. We don't know who the other two are. If you can find out. I mean, you think so?
158.
158.
If you don't have me on this, you can put me out on mine. 1436 with one suspect.
Joe, text me with the names of the other two. Same group of kids, they steal cars up in this area, they dump them over here on a regular basis.
You just had two call notes, 1442 Portland, they'll have video, and I spoke with them.
Oh, good. Excellent. 1442 Portland, good video. The outer perimeter. Now we'll work ourselves back in to the inner perimeter. I mean, it is rough. Hey, how are you?
When that came out, I was sitting on Marshall at the bridge. I was listening to you guys.
Good for you.
Thank you. Then I heard a crash. I knew where Pascal was, but I couldn't find the other street, so I wouldn't know what was smelling.
Pascal, Portland.
You didn't see him cross.
I didn't see nothing.
Nobody crossed Marshall. Good to know. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, well that's good. Backseater says that where we're at, he didn't see anybody cross Snelling and Marshall to come here. Those are helpful observations. Well, that's good work. Cat Team Sergeant Mike Servatka spotted the car after it left
Bravo 531.
going southbound on Hamlin. Well, I think Darren McDonald was at the call, right? And said they went southbound on Hamlin.
Yep, and then I think it was Savatku who spotted it northbound on Hamlin.
Yeah.
No, first he went down to Hamlin and Randolph. He said, I'm going down Hamlin and Randolph. For some reason, it was going northbound.
138. I know that Agent Presley 178 had someone in his car, but he was right behind these guys chasing the entire time. Maybe he wants to stay there and
well,
the guys
he could easily still be hiding out in the area, Pat. But somewhere on the east side of Pasco. Or
131, I can use the trip mark for a
west
track.
side of Pasco, instead of east.
Copy, thank you.
He sounds more tired than we are, Pat. Much more tired. We should probably take you back to where the car crashed so you can get a little view of that too, don't you think, Pat? Should let them see the car that crashed. Was that Grandin Pascal, you think, or just south of Summit?
They said Grandin Pascal.
Okay.
And mind you, they crashed with no one chasing them. They were just trying to keep an eye on them, keep them in sight, because we knew we had the chopper coming.
In fact, they had lost them. They said they could just see the dust from their tires, which to leave dust when you're on asphalt is, you got to be moving fast. 3:30 in the afternoon. I hope they found some guns in that car.
Well, it sounds like at least two of them had the guns on them when they were running.
The two they caught, you think, or what?
Well, the one you got and Meyer got for sure.
So he dumped it somewhere.
Yes, definitely.
We would have searched around more for the gun, but usually we leave that task to the canine. Hard to believe, but the dogs are better at that than us. Rough road. This guy here is the guy that was
right to my back of my alley there, and they all came running around. 4 at first with masks all over them, you know.
Yep.
They ran down past them, down my alley.
Yep.
Halfway through the alley, they all started dispersing in the middle here.
Okay, but right now we're west of Pascal. This is Pascal.
So now they're all. You guys circled them. You guys caught.
Yeah, I know, but we
got 3 of them right over there.
3. We're looking for
also, they're moving laterally. They moved in.
Well, 3 went that way, and we're wondering, but the other ones were on the other side of Pascal, right?
They were right where that those guys are working on the roof. They kind of all scooted that way. So then some must have, what you said, went that way.
Yep.
But you guys were really good at cutting them off and cornering them. But
well, we got to find the other 2.
From here into this.
But I saw you pointing that way. Thank you for doing that.
But we saw a total of 4.
Well, I saw
4 and 1.
4 and then 2. I thought 2 came later.
Okay.
Right behind. So there might have been 6 of them.
Okay.
But they were, they were all covered masks.
Is there anything that really stands out about what anybody was wearing?
The typical black, they all black and they all were gangster. Then look with the mask and the whole look that's you see everywhere nowadays. It was that.
Where's the car? Is it still back here?
Yeah, they're right there.
Right.
An older lady got.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So the other ones probably did end up. They're already right in front of us.
I think the ones that are in custody right now
Yeah.
are a part of the group he saw.
Well, no doubt.
Yeah.
You think I was wondering about that? No, they all ran on the west side of Pascal and they split up. Because that's what...
Yeah. Oh, boy.
That's what, what's his name was saying. What do you think, Sarge? You're on live, so just, but we talked to the other guy. It's possible the other 3 were west of Pascal. This witness up here in the corner, he saw him cross. He saw him run down the alley.
We got places working on video too, so
yeah, that'll help. Well, I know the one kid really well. This one, he's been arrested numerous times. Good job, Mike.
Nicely
good job.
done.
Good job. You're on
Nicely
live.
done.
But good job. Good job. Just to be aware.
See Lottery, Jake? Sure.
We got 3 of them, and we recovered 1 gun.
All right, so it turns out this witness that saw this 1484.
Hi, the one with the gate open, I'm betting, huh?
No, I just opened that.
Hey,
It's actually on the other side.
Is the canine?
Okay.
Oh, there he is there.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's over there.
All right, thank you. Thank you. All right, so right here, next to 1484 is where they were running, between these 2 houses. And right there, you'll see the officers found a gun. Found a gun.
A picture of it?
Yeah, good idea. Good idea. So this is exactly where the witness said they ran. That's why we just went back to get the witness's name, but we didn't have we didn't want to have him on air. So you saw the accident, Grandin Pascal. They bailed, they ran down the alley behind Summit westbound, and they cut up here. The witness said they cut up here, and sure enough, the gun was found. Pat's going to take a picture of it right now. There he is. Good teamwork. Unfortunately, looks like we're going to be short 2 of them, but they got great video of who fled. We might be able to recognize some of them. Good to have Darren McDonald on our team there. So you kind of got the flavor of the whole crime-solving issue. Tactical Pat. Tactical Pat.
A Springfield Hellcat 9mm pistol with what looks like the 15-round extended magazine in it, with a laser sight.
Oh, okay. So we have evidence boxes called gun boxes now, where we recover guns to be processed either for fingerprints or DNA, but we're always very cautious. Canine's looking for additions.
Because at one point they were all reported to have had guns.
Well, just another commentary in the juvenile justice system. 2 of them, I know the names of 2 of them, they've been arrested numerous times.
First time I met the one with the gun was in North St. Paul.
Yeah.
And they kept trying to work their way back to those apartments on Burke.
Yep, we arrested them once on the golf course over there, Goodrich Golf Course.
That was the one.
And sadly, he had a little bit of an attitude with Officer Reese. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah, it's funny. Some of these kids, they get angry when they get caught.
Yeah, he was
and held accountable for their...
He was decent with me because he knows me, but he kind of chirped at Officer Reese for no reason. Well, I don't know. You never feel good about missing a couple, right?
Still traffic
Right.
northbound, the west side of 1487 Summit.
There you go. Perfect. Gotta find another one back there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a construction crew on
One of us.
all
St. Paul.
2 others right for it.
Well, obviously we didn't have the car in the right direction for you to see
Yeah, Darren, you guys would have come right down to me.
the arrest, but It's just the way it works. We saw the one running down the alley, right, Pat? When we pulled in the alley?
Yep.
And that was a different one, right?
Yep.
That kid had black plants or dark blue plants.
I so wanted you just to nail that plastic trash can.
One of them that we did get had all dark clothing.
Well, it sounds like we got some video footage from the business showing them running eastbound.
How many what's the actual number, do we know?
5 total.
5
3 in
total.
custody, 2 outstanding.
Okay.
Sounds like the 2 outstanding one has a dark blue hoodie, one is wearing all dark.
Okay.
But I'm willing to bet we know who they are.
Well, Lamont. Oh.
Whoops.
Hey. Thank you. Yeah, you don't really want to scare the 7 and 8-year-olds. Well,
And that phone you have came off of Orange Pants.
yes, it was in his pants, yeah. Orange pants.
Very considerate of them to wear such identifiable clothing. Yep, whenever we're talking juvenile names, we're going to put you on mute. When we're talking to getting witness names and addresses, we're going to put you on mute. It's just a part of it.
Postman, did you see anybody running around here? Any suspects running this way? Thank you. Thank you very much.
I saw that. What are these people looking inside?
105.
Well, I was...
2025. Another firearm recovered behind 1466 Portland.
Excellent.
Bingo. Another firearm recovered behind 1466.
Yeah, it's 138. If whoever's operating that drone, they can find where we're at here. I'm at spot 2185. They can check the road here. One six four one again, the address is 1466 Portland is where we're at. You got a location again for our drone.
1466 Portland.
Well, are you hungry, Pat?
I am not.
105, am I still on the list?
Affirmative. Go ahead.
How many people are watching today?
North of Portland. I think one of the county guys is out with a possible face mask, and some of our guys can go photograph that and cover that as well.
A lot of traffic out here.
We can have that. We can go to the fire. Awesome, thank you.
An information dispatched of a resident from 1476 Grand. 25-minute time delay that noticed a white male on a bike traveling eastbound in the alley between Grand and Lincoln. Possibly took a bike from a neighbor's garage. She has a striped shirt. Unknown if it's related to this call.
Okay. Well, good work, Pat.
Well, good work, Bob. Worked out well.
What was the location?
You're going to have to write a report.
Yes, indeed.
In the rear of 106 before we're going to cover the fire.
Well, the good news is they ditched their firearms rather than using them on us.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
Yes, very much so.
You think that'll always be the case?
Well, it clearly isn't always the case, as we've sadly discovered recently.
Yep. Well, hopefully, if they do use guns, the county attorney gives them more than a year in Red Wing, right?
You'd hope. Yeah, this Mr. Orange Pants, it would be nice to see try it as an adult.
Well, it would be. He's only 15 years old, though.
You're kidding.
Nope.
Wow.
Could be almost 16.
Big kid for that age.
Huge.
Yeah, first time we ran into him, he was a skinny little kid.
He's still tall.
Oh. This is it?
Yep. One out. Kids we caught. Good news is 20 years old.
It is good.
And then one of the other ones is 18. So we got 20, 18, and 15. That's a that's just terrorism. Terrorizing people, terrorizing everyone.
Absolutely. Should I put that in the thread?
Which part?
This, what I just...
Let's hold off on that for right now. Are there some names there?
No.
But,
131 to 164. Once you guys are done collecting those items behind that address, if you want to come on to Pascal, just north of Portland, got one more item.
You know, it does...
Did he say he's got one more? He's got another one, it sounds like. I don't know. I'm not sure. That was Sweeney. He's got one more. Maybe he meant the balaclava or something. Well, he said one more item. But see, Sweeney's not the kind of guy to brag about whether he's got a gun. You know, he just calls them as he sees them. Steady. Anyhow, I mean, you look at all the crimes that these guys committed today, terrorizing people. They were in Minneapolis on a constant spree earlier in the day, actually.
So both sides of the river.
Both sides of the river.
People we arrest time after time after time.
Yeah, they run over there for half the day.
It infuriates me that the good citizens of the metro area are constantly terrorized by the same group of kids,
right.
time after time
131,
after time,
location.
and they get caught and they get minimal in the way of consequences. Needs to be a change in how violent juvenile offenders
131, are you still up past the
are dealt with, and these are violent juvenile and at least one adult offender.
Yeah, this morning we got a notice from Hennepin County at 8 o'clock this morning that one of these kids that we know was over in South Minneapolis at Hennepin and 24th. Hennepin and 24th. I don't know, actually I don't know, we don't know exactly how they knew they were over there, but they knew they were over there.
We've got some excellent intelligence analysts over there.
I don't really know, this is a little weird, but Shakopee was requesting help to look on James for a fresh stolen, which is right in the same similar areas where they were earlier today. It was good overall police work, though. Everybody working together in the midst of a lot of other crime going on too, by the way. I had a carjacking before this that a lot of people were still tied up on. But this car was a suspect in a robbery in Minneapolis on 2400 block of Grand. So
at that time occupied by 4 people, all with guns.
Yep. This car was stolen from Minnetonka. I don't know if you know that. Stolen from Minnetonka. And they were down at 15, these guys were down at 1575 West 7th Street.
131, you copy the radio?
I did not.
800 James Avenue.
Sweeney, copy the radio?
1283 Juliet. They were down on 1058 Lombard. Got calls on them. Thanks really to the people calling.
Officer Sweeney, do you copy the radio?
What channel is he on now there? Are you on one now?
Yeah.
131.
10-9, that way. Yeah, I'm right here. Did one of them run down the alley here? I know the one's a double back, kind of right where that guy's walking, but did one run down this alley?
I believe one went down the alley to your east, and then the other 2 tried to go into that fence to the west of the White House. And those are the ones that kind of went yard to yard.
Okay, perfect. Just what I thought.
So, in the category of satisfying, probably semi-satisfying, right?
2 guns, at least, 3 suspects, I'm satisfied.
Okay, I'm 3/5 satisfied. Three-fifths satisfied. But I could be convinced to be 4/5 satisfied if you take me to lunch.
Say the place, I'll take you.
I don't. We'll get some fast food. The way this is going. If you just joined us, we had an interesting last hour of pursuing carjackers. Arrested 3 of them.
103.
2 got away.
103.
Can you notate that 1460 Grand has cameras of the incident, please?
Affirm.
to have Tom Maher out there with a long rifle at our 6, huh?
That was nice.
Well, if you know any other citizens in the Portland, Summit, Lincoln area there, in that 1400 block, it wouldn't be a bad idea to tell them to check their yards after the canine's done here for any guns. Because even though we only recovered 2, maybe 3 guns, the other 2 probably ditched their guns too.
Yep. Don't want to get caught with them on them.
No. So obviously don't touch them. If you find them, call the police. But, you know, we don't want little kids to come across those weapons either. It's always a problem.
Well, it was already 4:30 almost.
What time did we start?
Just after 2, I think. A little bit after 2. I'll tell you exactly.
How do you think we did, Pat?
Well, we started at 1 hour and 48 minutes.
176, can you take 4?
Hour and what?
48 minutes.
Oh, we got to go 2 hours. That's at least 2 hours.
Something could very well happen in the next 11 and a half minutes.
Hey, by the way, let us know if there's any buffering, because we retooled the phone to be able to send less video bits to ensure that there would be no buffering when we hit bad spots. So Pat, if you can look.
Just did, and I just saw the...
Sometimes it's their phones too.
Sergeant Stick said right as we said it, it buffered.
Saw Lee Engel. She's lived right up here off of Dale in front. She was at the book signing.
Oh, nice.
Yesterday. Over to say hi.
What's up? You're out to the JDC one.
There's Tom Reese. Hope they signed the override on him.
What's on 16, Jeff?
Checking, you're going to do an override, right? Well, are you taking him to the jail? Is that you or not? To JDC? Well, the override on the Ray form because of the guns, so they hold him. Yeah. Okay, thanks. He's on probation too. Perfect. Yeah, well, if you put in there the guns are recovered and there was carjacking, they'll hold them. Say that again. Yeah, well, I'd take a picture of them if I were you before you drop them off. For the clothing. That's what we usually do. We take pictures of the clothing.
white one's the vehicle that was looking to pick up the guys who bailed.
A lot of activity over here, more so than we used to have.
It's been picking up.
There's always been one problem house, but now there's like 2 or 3. So it looks like fun. It looks like fun. I'm just not sure what the game is. He's not having as much fun as you are.
I know he's not.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
How's everybody? Thank you.
Thank you. We're live right now.
We're working days today.
We decided to slip in a day shift.
Yeah. That's good. Kids look good?
Yeah.
Beautiful day, huh? Well, thank you
very
for
much.
saying that.
All right. Both of you?
Thank you.
Both of you?
It's Correctional Officer Week this week. Yep, it is.
Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
186.
186.
You know, this is why I like working days. Everybody knows I don't like working days because of the traffic. But if there's one advantage of it, it's people waving to you like that.
It's people waving to you?
Yeah.
And you catch people who bail out of cars a whole lot more efficiently in the daytime.
It would have been more dangerous at nighttime, wouldn't it?
Very much so.
We would have done it the same way, though. That's the bottom line is we would have done it the same way.
Yep.
But I wouldn't have got shot around that corner if it had gotten, because I was around the corner. And Tommy would have took him out. It's a good feeling. The one that you got.
He's a good guy to have on your 6.
Experienced SWAT member, apprehension team. Very familiar with his rifle and
sharp as they come.
Dumped his rifle as soon as we got him on the ground so he could put hands on for the arrest. They all run together, especially when people are getting killed all the time. Well, if you just joined us, I hope you watched this earlier broadcast, a tribute to the deputy in St. Croix County, and also a discussion of the horrible, horrific homicide in St. Anthony Park that we visited with Michael. So we're gonna give him a going to check out and see if John's Pizza's open. I know they're not always open anymore because they get carry out.
Says they are.
And we're going to sign off, and we will. Who knows? We might see you tomorrow. There's enough crime going on. We might see you tomorrow.
All right, folks. Take care. Thanks for being with us.